I just want to welcome you to Get Noticed with Video Live. I'm Tanya Smith, and if you have been considering the idea of doing a recurring live stream show or series, but you're just not quite sure if it's right for you, this is going to be a good episode for you. So stick around. I'll be right back, and we'll get into the topic. See you soon. Hey, everybody. We had a little hiccup there. I don't know what happened, but I do know this. We're, for the very first time, actually broadcasting live now in one more place. We've been broadcasting for over a year now, for almost 2 years, consistently each and every week in Twitter, various Facebook areas, groups, pages, profiles, YouTube, and now we've added LinkedIn to the family. So welcome to anyone who is watching from LinkedIn. I just want to welcome you. And if this is your first time visiting, I want you to put hashtag newbie in the comments. If you have been watching me for a while, and I know I have my amazing, incredible Facebook group, the Video VIPs, your community or our community is always in the house. So if you're here, then I want you to type in hashtag OG because you've been watching for some time and you know how we do this. So we're going to talk a little bit about the topic of whether or not you need to create a recurring live stream. And I want to share 3 reasons why you might possibly consider doing a live stream, because there are definitely some benefits and advantages in today's world that were not here when I first started in business. 2007 and 2010, seriously, we didn't have a lot of access to some of the things that we do now. So what I'm going to do is to share some statistics with you, but I'm also going to just share some like real heart reasons why I think doing a live stream show or series might be a good idea for you. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Wonderful to see you, Miss Alice. Alice in the house, and Marcia, my OG buddy in the community in the Facebook group, Video VIPs. By the way, if you're interested and you're trying to figure out where on earth is this Video VIPs community, we are on Facebook. I'm going to share with you a really quick link right now so that you know how to join and become a member. So check us out right there. Let's go ahead and move things around a little bit so that we can make sure we have full access to the slides that I'm going to be sharing with you. Now, what I like to start out with every time we answer a question, by the way, we're on every week at the same time, same channels, same day of the week. And what we tend to do, this is what I love to do, is to help simplify live video streaming and any type of on-camera video, really, for coaches, consultants, and course creators to help you to serve more people and to sell more of your services. So the tips that I try to share with you are going to be more practical strategies in the realm of video marketing. And specifically, what we try to do is to answer the question as to why the question is even relevant. Why do we care? Why are we thinking about and considering reasons to create your own recurring live stream show or series? So I want to start with tonight actually sharing a couple of slides because I pulled some statistics together. I'm a researcher by nature, so I have to go check stuff out, and figure it out. I'll say this too. Let me add this. If you have questions as we go, please don't hesitate to write them in the comments because I am watching for you. Welcome, Lori. Lori is a newbie to my space, so thank you so much for being here and watching tonight. I appreciate you being here. If you do have questions or comments, put those in, and I'll be scanning as we go through, and I'll try my best to answer your questions for you. That's one of the reasons why I do love the live engagement. All right, so here we go. And there's Miss Lisa. You know, I have to say hello to folks in the beginning at least so that we can make sure that we are acknowledging you on a personal level and you know that I'm really here with you. And I'm happy to spend time with you. All right, so here we go. I see some more OGs that are showing up too, but I want to go ahead and dive into this topic because to me, this is one of the things that really kind of took my marketing and my brand to a whole different level. And so I think that it's possible that it could work for you too. Now, I am not one of those people who will tell you as a business coach that everything is right for everybody. So as we're talking about some of the reasons why you might want to consider it, please know that there are lots and lots of avenues for you to be able to get visibility online in the marketing space. You can get creative now because there's so much you can do without spending a whole ton of money and having a huge team. But this is one option, and it's the option that worked for me, so I can't help but share it with you. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and we're going to dive into some of the things that I want to talk a little bit about. So we're going to answer the question first. Why is this even relevant? Why do we even care about the idea of a recurring stream, a recurring slide, or not slideshow, but a recurring video series? That's what we're going to talk about first. So let me pull up our little slides here, and I want to make sure I share this with you. So there's three, I think, in particular that I'm going to share with you. When we talk about the rationale as to why does it even make sense to do something like this, right? When you are looking at live streaming video over the past few years, especially with the whole COVID situation and people working from home, you already know that there's a lot more attention on video. There's been a lot more engagement and connection in this space than ever before. But the statistics are talking about the last couple of years, so not just the COVID period, but even slightly before that. And this number I thought was really interesting. Right? So check this out. And I'm not sure why here we go. There we go. When you are thinking about doing video, a lot of times what I see is that people will say, I'd rather just do pre-recorded. Now, last week in the episode that we did, I talked a little bit about why I prefer live stream over pre-recorded. So there's several reasons why. And if you're on LinkedIn, you may not see this, but you will see it if you're on my YouTube channel at Tanya Smith. You'll see that the last episode we talked about really dived into that. Here's another stat that I want to share with you. A huge benefit to doing video, live stream video in particular, is the repurposing aspect of this. For so many different reasons, man, and it would take me a whole show to tell you why, but I'll just give you a few. One of the things that I used to absolutely hate was to write blog posts. Like, I just hated it. It felt like too much work. It was overwhelming, and I never got it done consistently. When I started doing a live video, and I committed a couple of years ago, just on the edge of getting ready to totally quit altogether digital marketing, I said, I'm going to challenge myself to do one live stream a week, at least one or two every week. And I started out with two because I was really ambitious. That was too much. For me, one was the magic formula. So when I did that, all of a sudden doors started opening for creating content that kept me out 24/7 and visible in front of my intended audience. Why? Because I could take that live stream and repurpose it into at least 10 different pieces of content, including the blog post that I just mentioned that I hated writing. And I could do that within just a few hours versus spending weeks and sometimes months and at least days of creating content. So the repurposing factor is absolutely one of the reasons. And yes, Alice said that's why she loves a live video, because it's one and done, and then you can get so much traction out of it. Yes. And then this note is important too. Way more time recording because I do too many retakes. Me too, Alice. That's one of the things that I talked about last week as well. So huge benefit. The other thing, something's going on with my slides and they're taking us to a different place, but here's where I'm trying to go to. Let's blow this up. All right. 82% of viewers say they prefer seeing a live stream rather than a brand social media post. So think about this. If you're just out there and you're constantly putting out social media content, which is, that's fine. You can put the social media content out there. But if more people are preferring to see your live video, why not venture and branch into that space? See if that garners any greater attraction and engagement than just your normal average social media post. The other stat that it showed, and let me blow that back up again, is that 80% would rather watch live than read a blog. Okay, now I'm not saying blogs are dead. I don't believe that they are. I think that it's important for us to absolutely use our own real estate, because the Facebooks of the world, the LinkedIns of the world, the Twitters of the world, if something happens and things go down or they make a decision to remove your content from their space, it's their space. So you absolutely want to make sure that you're taking your video content, your live stream or pre-recorded, any type of on-camera content or other content you're creating, and put that into your specific space. You want to do that. But I think that these numbers are really interesting. If 82% of viewers say they prefer seeing a live stream rather than the social media post, and 80% would rather watch live than read a blog, that's an opportunity. And that's what marketing is all about, is opportunity to get in front of more of your ideal audience. I think the last slide we have here, is this. And then I'm going to wrap up this whole section about why we even care about this in the first place. I hope you're kind of getting some ideas as to why we should care. Companies that use video features grow revenue 49% faster than non-video users. So if you're a company who has not yet integrated video in some way, shape, or form yet, you might want to be thinking about it, because it is a big deal. You can grow revenue faster when you are leveraging the media form that your customers and your leads, your prospective clients are after. If this is how they want to consume information, you should be in this space. So I'm going to say all that now, and now I'm going to give you my real like Tanya vibe and explain to you why 3 reasons that I think it might be something for you to consider. Because I've given you some statistics. Some people like to have the data, and then other people just like to hear the real deal. So I'm going to give you the real deal and explain to you why I think there are some reasons for you to think about it, okay? And so number 1 is, if you want to get greater visibility in the social feeds, and I already kind of explained a little bit about that and said, hey, when I was looking at my own business just a few short years ago and how little organic reach I was getting on my various pages, including LinkedIn, I wasn't really putting a whole lot of time into LinkedIn, but I was putting an exorbitant amount of time into Facebook and Twitter and was getting no love for that. So people weren't seeing my content. People weren't seeing the posts. They weren't engaging. And I thought it was pretty darn professionally done, right? So you're spending all this time and you're investing energy into creating content that's not getting seen. What has been very clear over the past several years now, even before, again, the whole COVID situation, is that video is king. And the platforms are telling you this, right? So Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of them, Instagram, they all have some form of live video. Even LinkedIn now has live video. What? Now, it took a while for LinkedIn to approve a sister, but everybody has a live video feature, and they will tell you that they prioritize the live. And one of the reasons why is because that keeps people engaged in their space longer, right? Instead of them reading a single social media post, clicking a link and going somewhere else, they're staying in that space. They're playing in that platform a little bit longer, especially if your videos are slightly longer, although you want to have a mix. And we've talked about that too. I'll talk about that again soon. The variety and the percentage of long versus short videos, that's a formula as well. But here's the thing. You're going to get more visibility in the feeds for the social platforms you choose when you choose to try live streaming. So that's one reason. That's reason number one that I would share. Reason number two is if you want a platform where you can stay constantly, and if you want to create a system where you consistently are showing yourself to be a credible expert, live streaming and having a recurring show that people rely on. Think about this, okay? Some of you are watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I know I am. And we're watching our Marvel shows, right? I cannot wait until every Friday for the next episode to come. So when you're positioning your own content, your own marketing content, have you thought about how you can leverage that type of approach to where people rely on you to be present at a certain date and time, and they're going to show up because, hey, they're enjoying the fact that they know you're going to be there. So I think that is absolutely, yes, we are. Thank you. I think that is absolutely one of the reasons is that you want to stay out front as a credible expert. So that's reason number two in my book as to why you need to be considering a recurring stream. Reason number three is that if you want to engage with people on a deeper, more relevant level. Now, being the introvert that I am a person who likes to create deeper and not so much broader relationships. Now, for those of you who are extroverts, which there are definitely some that I know who are in my crowd, in my community, in my circle of influence, for those of you who are extrovert, you like to have lots and lots and lots of friends, right? And that works. For those of you who are introverts like myself, we like to have the right friends, and we like to have an intimate relationship and connection and engagement with them. For me, live video has been a blessing because it gives me the opportunity to really connect with you, to answer your questions, to see your comments like I'm looking at right now, right? And to acknowledge you on a more personal level. So those are my three reasons besides the stats, which still tell you there's support and a reason for you to consider live video. But the number one was, if you want to get greater visibility in the social feeds. My number two was, if you want to build a platform where you're constantly staying out front, like an episodic platform, such as, like I said, Marvel Comics releasing their series every Friday. So I release my series every Thursday, same time, same date, so that it's something that is reliable for my community. They know I'm going to be here. They know I'm going to answer their questions. And I'm going to bring some information that will help them with practical video strategies. So you got to think about what's going to work for you. But these are reasons why. Number three, I said, was if you're seeking to stretch yourself to engage on a deeper, more relevant level and a connection with the folks who are watching, who are part of your audience. This is a great way to do that, doing live, because you can answer questions and you can connect in real time. So I absolutely love that. I'm passionate about it. And since I started doing it, definitely want to see that it continues. Thank you so much. I got another introvert in the house, Miss Irene. Good to see you, lady. So if you have questions, if there's any comments about anything that I've shared, feel free to share that here. If I cannot respond to you immediately, I'll definitely come back and scan. Just type in #replay so that I know that you're watching the replay. And that way I can scan through quickly and make sure that I respond to you. But yes, I've come to love. I know, Pat, I remember when you first started, when you first came to my community and you were not doing live and you were like, oh, it's scary. And we walked through the Let's Go Live challenge, I think is how we started out. So look, there are opportunities. If you are someone who is lacking, you feel that you're lacking the confidence, or you don't right now in this moment have the courage to do this, then don't put yourself in a situation where you feel like you have to. But I absolutely want to encourage you to try, because you might find that you fall in love with it, like Miss Pat. Look, she even says, I was scared. I know. But now you have just blossomed so much. I've seen some of your videos. You've blossomed so much. And it's a journey. It's something that you can grow into, right? Now, the whole maybe, right? Let me go ahead and speak to that for a few minutes before we wrap up. The reason why I don't think it's for everyone is because there are some people who just won't do video. It's just not going to be right for you, and that's okay. If you try and you put your toe in the water and you say, no, it's just not right for me, more power to you. There are other opportunities. There's other creative ways for you to get yourself in front of your ideal audience. But I just think that you should test it out, test the waters. And if you need a little help with that, reach out and contact me. Get in touch, become part of our community. I shared that link earlier on. I'll also share this link. This is a link to book a discovery call with me. If this is something that you're interested in and you want to know how to do more video marketing, you want to do it in a practical way, you want some accountability and help from someone who cares, right? And is not just trying to stuff it down your throat, but I'm trying to give it to you in snack-sized bites so that you understand the benefits and so that you know exactly what you need to do in order to do live streaming. Reach out and connect. Get connected. All righty, folks. Well, I think we're just about to wrap, but I'm checking again to see if we have any questions. I do see some questions. Awesome. Let me answer some of these. I love them. Okay. So are you streaming live to LinkedIn now too? Yes, I am. And what platforms are you using to stream? So I'm actually using LinkedIn Live at the moment because I was able to get access and approval not that long ago. Now, the common question I keep getting asked about LinkedIn specifically is, how long did it take you? What are the secrets to getting approved? I can tell you this, it's been about 3 years that I've been applying. I've been applying for a while, and many of my clients for Get Noticed with Video have been approved for a long time. So I'm not really sure. I don't know what the formula is. What I have seen, I've noticed that LinkedIn recently has opened their doors to a number of colleagues in my circle. I've seen a number of people that have recently been approved. So there must be some type of approval vetting going on right now in mass. And if you're interested in doing a LinkedIn live stream, you should first of all really think about the core content that you're sharing. Make sure you get that whole consistency thing down. So again, book a call with me if you need to figure out the plan. Okay, we have a 90-day coaching program that's an intensive that helps you to create a full-blown video marketing strategy. I would say definitely be putting out consistent content. Make sure that it's quality. Make sure you keep applying, because I don't know what in the end finally told them, yes, she should do it, or we can let her in. I am using the Restream platform at this time. I kind of go back and forth between StreamYard, which is one of my favorites. It's definitely my favorite for people who are new to video. So if you're interested in doing StreamYard, you want to look up tanya.click/StreamYard to go get a free trial. And actually, they do have a free version of the app, of the platform. But I think you'll probably want to upgrade given the different features, depending on what you want to use. And then, as I mentioned right now, I'm using the Restream app. So I'll pop that link up real quick. The same Tanya.click, but this time Restream.io. Okay. So that will lead you to Restream, who also constantly has discounts and deals. And as a result of you using my link, I think you actually get a deal as well to check it out. So I'm using Restream today. I may be using StreamYard next week. I have accounts in both spaces and love them both because they are definitely easy to use, affordable, and great ways for you to do consistent live streaming. Okay, I know there were a couple of other questions. Let me take a look real quick here. Here's one more. Did LinkedIn share your live with all your contacts or specific? This is the first time I received a message about your live. Great question, Beverly. So here's what I know. What I know is that I just got approved not that long ago. So now what I'm doing is I'm testing to find out who exactly in my space does get notified, because I suspect that it's probably my first level connections in LinkedIn, but I honestly do not know. There's not a lot of information that we get after getting approved. So I'll be checking that out so I can answer in greater detail probably next time. But thank you for your question. Awesome. All right. I don't see any questions from my YouTubers, but I know you're out there as well. If anyone has questions or comments, feel free to put those into the chat. Even if I'm long gone, you can put them in the chat and I'll make sure to come back and scan and respond if I am able to. But I just love doing live streams. And as I mentioned, really one of the biggest benefits besides the engagement factor is that you create a habit, right, of putting yourself out in front of the people that you most want to work with. That's golden, especially when you're trying to market your business as a coach, as a consultant, as someone who's created courses. You need to be visible. You need to put yourself out there. Otherwise, people don't know about your offers. They don't know that you exist. They don't know that you can serve them and transform their lives and businesses because they haven't seen you. So live streaming, I believe, is an excellent way for you to be able to get seen, to get noticed. So come on, join in on the fun. And if you have questions, reach out because I'm more than happy to help, especially if you're inside of my community at the Video VIPs. All right. I think that's it for this evening. So we'll wrap it with that. And I want to let you know that we will be back, same bat time, same bat channel next week on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I am looking forward to seeing you then and sharing more practical video marketing strategies with you at that time. See you then.